Welcome back, everybody. Last time we discussed a fun infinite combo involving Eloise, Nephalia Sleuth, and Chatterfang Squirrel General. If you missed that episode, feel free to check it out after this. The link is in that little eye thing up at the top. But today we'll be looking at something a little more ominous. I think I feel a storm brewing. An unkindness is coming home to roost. With these dreadfully powerful birds, we can get some fun infinite combos. No, not that one. No, that's not even a bird. Ah yes, there it is. Ominous Roost. Ominous Roost is an enchantment for 2 colorless and 1 blue that reads, when Ominous Roost enters the battlefield, or whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, create a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying, and this creature can only block creatures with flying. But how are we going to use this enchantment to create an infinite combo? So the first thing we're going to need for this combo is some kind of card we can recur from our graveyard over and over again. I think a great card for this would be Gravecrawler. For 1 black mana, Gravecrawler is a 2/1 zombie creature with Gravecrawler can't block. But more importantly, it also has, you may cast Gravecrawler from your graveyard as long as you control a zombie. So along with Ominous Roost and Gravecrawler, we'll just need one other zombie card on the battlefield. Finally, we just need some way of putting Gravecrawler into our graveyard over and over again. I think the perfect card for this would be Phyrexian Altar. Phyrexian Altar is an artifact that costs 3 colorless mana. It has the ability sacrifice a creature, add 1 mana of any color. This is perfect. Not only can we put Gravecrawler into the graveyard over and over again, but every time we do that, we'll get the mana we need to recast him from the graveyard. Now, of course, Phyrexian Altar isn't the only sacrifice outlet you could use. You could use something like Ashnod's Altar or Thermopod, but both of those would require us to massage that mana into the color we need, specifically black. So you would need an additional card to do that. Something like Chromatic Ori or Stonework Pack Beast. But of course, Phyrexian Altar would be the most efficient card to use for this combo. Okay, so first things first, you'd have all these on the battlefield. You take Gravecrawler, sacrifice it to Phyrexian Altar for 1 black mana. Use that 1 black mana to cast Gravecrawler from your graveyard. This will cause Ominous Roost to trigger, creating a 1/1 blue bird creature token. Then you just repeat those steps over and over again until you have amassed a bird army that could topple any empire. Not only will this give you a massive bird token army, but it will also give you an infinite storm count. We'll get to that in a second. So what can we do with this infinite storm count? There are some great finisher cards we can use. The most obvious one I think would be Grapeshot. Grapeshot is a sorcery spell that costs 1 colorless and a red, and it reads, Grapeshot will deal 1 damage to any target. But it also has the storm ability on it. So when you cast this spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. You can choose different targets for the copies. But that's not the only finisher card we could use. There's also things like Tendrils of Agony, which will drain your opponent's life while giving it to you. Another one would be Brain Freeze, if you'd prefer to mill out your opponents. And the final one on my list, which is probably the weakest one with this combo, but I like the flavor, is Chatterstorm. Because who wouldn't want infinite squirrels beside your infinite birds? Of course, there's plenty of other finishers you could use for this, including things that involve enter and leave the battlefield effects. If you're interested, I have another video that involves an infinite flicker combo that goes over some of the finishers for enter the battlefield effect. Feel free to check that out, link in the description below. What are some finishers you would use with this combo? Drop a comment below and let me know. Also, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to do all those YouTube things, liking, subscribing. It helps out the channel a lot and it's free. I truly appreciate it. Have a swell day.